Hi, my name's Teresa, and you're watching Between Two Wheels. How are you? Let's check in. Let's check in. Looky here. Okay, this hand's doing pretty good. Look at that. This hand, eh, it's okay. Okay, it's been a while since I've checked in. I feel like it's been a while. So, I kind of want to just touch base a little bit. I want to keep up with these with the video diaries and just let you know how my MS is going, the symptoms wise, and different stuff, and just how I'm doing overall. Um, I have had a very strange, like I'll say 3 days, 48 hours, 3 days. I'll say 3 days. Yes, since Friday. Um, I took a fall on Friday, a physical fall. I went to transfer from my wheelchair into my recliner, and for whatever reason, my legs didn't want to cooperate, and I went down. I went down pretty hard. And I got to tell you, I instantly went to a very angry place. I was very upset with myself. Um, Let me back up a little. It's been at least 15 and a half months since I have fallen, and since we have had to use um, it's called a light gate, and it helps get people that have fallen or to do transfers. And it's pretty big and cumbersome, and we keep it in our garage. And there was a time in my life when I kept the light gate, not light gate, Hoyer lift. Here I am saying light gate. I'm sorry, it's a Hoyer lift. The light gate is the thing I'm in at the gym. Okay, so sorry about that. Okay, um, Hoyer lift. There was a time when we kept the Hoyer lift in my bedroom because I was falling. I'm going back about 3 years ago. I was falling sometimes on a daily basis, if not, phew, at least 3 or 4 times a week, and sometimes within a day, multiple times. You never know. So I take great pride in. That's why I break it down into months, where it was 15 and a half months, Hoyer lift free. So yeah, and I kind of want to talk a little bit about like what that did to, that circumstance, what happened, how I allowed my thoughts to become, an action and an outcome that was kind of negative. And I had control over that. No, I did not have control over the situation, the fact that I fell. Yes, I fell. It happened. But I then allowed negative thoughts. My thoughts became feelings. My feelings became actions. And then my actions became the outcome. And I'm not too pleased with myself for how I handled that situation, because I take pride in, you know, how I think, because we are ultimately what we think we become. Our thoughts become things. Um, and it just goes to show me, even, this doesn't really have anything to do with my MS. It's just, the power of the mind, what we can create just through, yeah, a kind of crappy situation. The fact that I fell. Okay, I fell. But I could have chosen a better a better thought process. I could have just said, okay, I fell. It is what it is. Now let's move on and be positive about it. Be okay about it. Maybe not positive, but just accept the circumstance. And I really internalized it and made it just a kind of crappy situation. And I don't know, and I allowed myself to continue to, quote, beat myself up mentally, because to you, you know better, and when you know better, you do better, and why, and then it just became this whole mucky situation. And then a couple of other, circumstances happened that didn't turn out the way I expected, or people interpreted it wrong, or just those life things that, yes, situations are going to happen, but ultimately it's the thoughts that are created from that situation, and then the feelings, and then the actions, and then the outcomes. And that's where, they say 21 days creates a habit. I believe that, but then, once the 21 days is here, it's like, okay, it's a habit now. So, you still have to work at that. I have to work at that on a daily basis. I have to work with everything. That's where I say positivity. It can be hard sometimes. As much as I'd like to put my brain on autopilot at times, positive autopilot, my body still has a mind of its own at times, and it's up to me, and only me, to, whatever circumstances happen within my body or my outside circumstances, how I react to that. And so if I want to say anything to anybody, is, just be really careful of the power of your mind, the power of thought. And I guess be grateful that yesterday I was in an environment, I was in a nursing home environment, in a wing that deals with a lot of dementia, Alzheimer's, and where those poor souls and bodies, their mind is, well, you don't know where the mind is, and they don't have control. So that kind of brought me back to gratitude, where it's like, whoa, T, here you are being, taken this circumstance that I fell, that my physical body, didn't work the way I wanted it to. And then I was allowing my mental mind, my mind and my thoughts, to have the ultimate outcome. And I was choosing to have like a negative outcome, where it didn't help the situation, it didn't help my surroundings, it didn't help people around me, and it was just bad. So that gave me some gratitude, where it's like, I still have the power of choice, the mind power, the willpower of thought. So be grateful for that. And it really did. It gave me gratitude. And just be really careful of thoughts when it comes to, any kind of disease. But I'm sticking with MS because it's what I know best. And the mind and the body with MS are sometimes on just two different planets, two completely different planets. And to align those is sometimes almost impossible. And I have to come to terms with that I don't have control over a lot of my body, but what I do have ultimate 100% control over is what I allow in my mind, the power of thought, and how my thoughts ultimately come around to the outcome. Like I said, I say, their circumstances are going to be what they're going to be, and then it goes into the thoughts that I think from that circumstance, and then my feelings from those thoughts, and then the actions from those feelings, and then the outcome from those actions. That I might have just I don't know. But to me, it kind of makes sense. If you write it down, if and again, it's just through practice and practice and practice, and then habit comes into it. But you always have to keep that practice going, because again, my body doesn't want to play with my mind, and my mind doesn't want to play with my body. So I have to be the buffer in there and accept what my body can and can't do through my thoughts and my actions, and then my outcome. So bottom line, good positive thought equals good positive outcome. I know it sounds cheesy, it sounds cliche-ish, a lot of these things, but they're cliches for a reason. They've been proven to, the power of positivity, the power of positive thought. We are what we think. And yeah, so just really be checked into that. If you have MS, really, because your thoughts can ultimately determine your whole situation, your whole everything. And it's just so much easier when you think good thoughts. It puts you in a much better, of course, mental, but physical, emotional, even, spiritual, and just a much better place to be, I have found. Because, like coming off of this 3-day thing where I had a couple of things, building on top of each other. And so I don't know, I might have just rambled there, I don't know. But yeah, and again, it all comes right back around to gratitude. How grateful I am. How grateful I am that I do have, the power of thought, the power of my mind, and that I'm surrounded. My parents still have, good, positive, mindset, and physically healthy, and it's all good. It's all really good. So I'm sending you much peace, much love, and that's about it. I want to talk about this. I think I want to, discuss this stuff a lot more, I think. And again, I'm not any kind of expert at this. I struggle with this stuff every day, and, do I always choose, good positivity? Well, no, I just gave you an example of how I didn't. But, I woke up this morning, did my meditation, did my prayer, did my exercises, and knew I was in a funk for a couple of days and said, that's it. I'm not going to do it anymore. Just turn it around, completely turn it around. And look, today's been a really great day. So right there is a wonderful example to show me once again, and it never proves me wrong. When I choose the path of positivity, it never lets me down. And then it makes everything else, it's weird how the mind works, but, I believe a lot of times mind over matter as well. And it makes, my physical stuff a lot easier to maintain and manage. So again, now I'm just rambling, and I will talk to you soon. I won't let it go so long. I want to stick to these. And so, okay. Have a great day. Bye. Doo 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 doo.